we're back out in the car. We're back at it again. And we're going to go and try a classic today. The one, the only, the Steakhouse Stack from McDonald's. So for context, we're going up there on a Sunday and the time is 5:15. I should be having a roast dinner, shouldn't I? But I need to check. I need to see if the Steakhouse Stack is still relevant. Does it still tickle the pickle? Don't even know if it has pickles, actually. Remember, guys, if you like this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button for me. I appreciate every one of you that's already done so, and I'm on a mission to build an awesome food review channel. So thank you for all your support. We are slightly busy. Nearly run someone over. There was a feral child running around in the driveway. The Steakhouse Stack. Bet it doesn't look like the picture. Let's get round and get after it. Could I get the Steakhouse Stack on its own, please? Thank you very much. Are you going first or am I? There's always that standoff, isn't there, between the two places where you order. You both roll forward at the same time and you look at each other and you're like, are you going or am I going? I should be using the app, really. I only started using the app about a year ago at McDonald's, and you actually get a fair few burgers, like, for free. It adds up, actually, quite quickly. Depends how much of a rotter you are and eat at McDonald's all the time. Hello, mate. Yep, that's correct, thanks. Thank you very much. Do you remember when Justin Timberlake sold that song to McDonald's as part of their advertising campaign? The one that was like, ba-na-ba-ba-ba. I wonder how much money he actually made off of doing that. So good old JT was paid a flat fee of $6 million by McDonald's for his vocal performance in the I'm Loving It campaign. And he doesn't receive royalties going forward from the jingle. That deal did happen in 2007 as well. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm waiting for it. Top man, thank you very much. As usual, let's park up and find ourselves a little bit of privacy. Right then, let's take a look at this bad boy. Not bad. Not bad presentation. So we have here the Steakhouse Stack. The Steakhouse Stack is a burger featuring 2 patties, as displayed here, cheddar cheese, crispy onions, red onions, and lettuce, all topped with a black peppercorn sauce and served on a sesame seed bun. And as you can see here, let's have a little look inside the burger itself, shall we? So you have not a bad portion of crispy. You've got the crispy onions on the top there. Yeah, not a bad serving of that at all. You have the 2 red onions right there in the middle, going down underneath it. A few more crispy onions and then an abundance of lettuce. Then you have that cheese slice there, which isn't the American cheese. That's like, you know, the proper cheddar cheese, which I do prefer. I mean, you know, every once in a while. A little bit dry, isn't it? That, like, you know, that give off a dry vibe. And then at the bottom you've got that peppercorn sauce. Not a lot of it, is there? Not a lot of it at all. Now, it's been a while since I've had one of these. Let's set up for failure here and put our box down in case we do spill any. Going in for that first bite. That's that first bite. You know what? Now I've pulled it apart, it's let me down that there's no sauce between those 2 patties. Now, I'm pretty sure that they don't usually put sauce between those 2 patties. But you end up with this sort of, this just dry abyss between the two patties themselves. The crispy onions in this, I must say, do give it a lot of character. It gives it, you've got that crunch that goes on with it, while you also get a little bit of a crunch from the red onions as well. A little bit shy on the peppercorn sauce, if you want my opinion. There could be a little bit more in there. Obviously that sesame seed bun though, fantastic. I think I got 50% of the peppercorn sauce in the entire burger in that one mouthful there. God, it's paying me back for saying that there wasn't much. Let's go for a big chomp, shall we? I mean, what am I now? I'm 3 bites in. That's how much of it I've destroyed already. Let's see how much of an indentation we can put in the main piece, shall we? Test my limits. The Steakhouse Stack is a good burger. The Steakhouse Stack comes on and off the menu, like I've already mentioned, where you have things that are released like Christmas specials. You have like the Big Arch we had recently, come out for certain periods of time. And in between those releases and those limited edition and one-off burgers, you have certain burgers that kind of fill the void, that always like come back, you know, that, you know, take charge of the show while they're waiting for the next big thing. You know, the Big Tasty is another example. It's one that's been around for ages, but it's not always constantly on the menu. And for a customer base, that must be good. It helps the customer base kind of be like, oh, you know, that burger's back that we really like. Let's get back down there. And it's a very clever marketing idea if you think about it. When you look at the likes of KFC and, you know, Burger King and things like that, they kind of just have one menu and then bring along something that's, you know, new and limited and then get rid of it and go back to the normal menu. They never kind of switch things in and out of the normal menu. So for the hardcore McDonald's enthusiasts, that's going to bode really well with them. That's going to make them want to come back again. It was £6.49. That's how much it cost. I feel like when you buy McDonald's burgers, or when you buy them as a meal, you just think, yeah, whatever. You know, you think you expect to spend around £10, but then when you actually realise that 70% of that is is the burger. I mean, I think that's a fair price. That's not a bad price. I think they could charge it out as more. But it's time to give it that score. On the McDonald's chart, on the scale of 1 to 10, the Steakhouse Stack for me gets a 7.3 out of 10. Great burger, just a little bit dry, you know, between those two patties. Perhaps the sauce wasn't consistently spread out in there, I don't know, but the onions were good. It added a little bit of crisp. The seeded bun's always lovely. It was a great burger. It was a solid burger. It's one that I'd always pick, but there's a lot more things that could be on the menu at that time that I'd rather pick instead of it. So it gets pushed to the back of the pile for me. As always, smash the like, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you, good night, and much love.